Hello gamers, SufferKitty99 on the Creative Builds world. Today I'd like to build a small medieval house, and this time I'll try and make it small because the last time we had built a small one it became really big. I'd like to start with some stone bricks. Make sure you grab the stone bricks, not the monster eggs, because you don't want little critters popping out. Then I'd like some bone blocks for my white walls. You can also use wool if you don't like the texture from the bone blocks, whichever one works. And I'd like some dark oak for my beams. So I'll take that one there like that. For my door, for my medieval builds, I like the spruce door. And for my roof I'm going to want spruce, and I'm going to use slabs to make the roof a much lower pitch, and I think that might be enough materials. Start with your stone bricks, decide roughly where you're going to want the house. I'm going to want it one from the corner of my roads. Leave. I was just going to say leave, but actually I think I won't. I think what we want to do is, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stone bricks in a row, and then 5, including this corner, across, and then join that up to form a small rectangle. Replace the grass with the stone bricks to form a floor. This downstairs area will be the kitchen, workshop area, and then upstairs will be the living area. I want to raise the wall to a height of 3. I think that will work all the way around. Nice and simple build. We'll add windows and doors and things later once we've finished with what we're doing. Grab your dark oak and run it along the top of the walls. Make sure that on the corner it stands upright and then flat across the walls. Corner goes up, flat across the walls. I want the corners to go up so that you've not got the end showing on the wood, you see. On the corners, it's going to want to come out by 1. But we want it to go up, if you see what I mean. So in order to have the wood so that you see the nice edge, you're going to have to put a block underneath it to support it. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. You want the corners so that you can see the grain on the wood rather than the flat end on the wood. And I'll show you what I've done once I've finished, just so you're clear. We've gone out to form a little square on the corners. That's going to make sense in a minute. What I want to do now is to run the wood around the outside of the building so that it's actually making the upper floor one block wider on all sides of the building. See what I've done? Now there's one material that I haven't got that we are going to want. We want the spruce stairs. So come back down to the corners. Underneath we want to hide that wood. So where the wall is, put a stair. Go around the corner, put a stair, and in this corner here grab the slab and put that in so that you've got a support on the corner of the building like that. Do that on all four. So want the slab right on the edge and the stairs on the corners. Do this in all four corners. Slab, stair, whoops, upside down, stair on the sides, grab the slab, put it right in the corner, and up we come. Grab your... Right, now what I'm going to do is actually change that. I'm going to take that corner one in the centre and put the wood grain flat so that this is going to show on the inside of the house, you see, so I would just want it to be a uniform look inside the building. On the corners now, I want you to come up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come across 1, 2, 3, 4, and come across so that your building is now taller on all sides. And join up the final one. You're going to want to put a floor in here. You can use whichever colour wood you prefer. But I'm just going to use the half slabs there on the spruce. Grab your bone blocks. Actually, no, what I want to do, I'm going to need to put in a support halfway along the side walls because that's too big an expanse of open area for a medieval house. They had a lot more supports in those days because it was all made out of wood, so you needed to have the structure to support everything. And then I want you to fill in the side panels with the bone blocks. Go all the way around the edges. Oops. Make sure that you get the orientation right so that you get the nice looking edge on. So on the front, put a support in the middle so that you've got space for the windows on either side, and on the side I'm going to leave the centre two blank to put windows in. Do that on all four sides. Just one more to do, and then we've got a roof. And here's the final section of panel. And for the glass, I'm going to use the white today, I think, just for a slightly different look. Just go around, pop the glass in all the gaps. Right, now downstairs we're going to want a door. I'm going to put the door right in the middle. We're going to put the stone bricks, and I'm going to extend that also going to want a torch inside so that we can see. I'm going to put one at the front and one at the back. And I'm going to put the windows in line with upstairs. So look for the centre of the 2 blocks and just come down and put a window in. So the centremost one, come down, put a window in. And just pop that in like that. I'm going to leave at the back, centremost one, pop in a window. Centremost one, come down, pop in a window. Just like so. And I'll just quickly show you that. Door in the centre, in line on the sides, and we've left the back blank. Knock out a block, grab a ladder, run the ladder up so that you've got access to upstairs. There we go. Now all we need now is a roof. Grab your spruce slabs because we're going to want this to be a slightly shallower roof. On the outside, run the first row along the top half of your support beam. And don't forget to make sure it overhangs by 1 on each end. Do the same on the opposite side. And I think you can see where this is going. You're going to slowly go in, one at a time until it meets in the middle. So now the next row you run across on top of the beams, across on top, and extend 1 more. And the next row you're going to want to go up by 1, so you're going to have to use the spruce as a spacer because the game isn't going to let you put a different type of block in underneath. Do the same on the other side. Remember to keep up so that everything meets neatly in the centre. Now you can use the bone blocks across the front and the back to fill the gap there, and then go back to your spruce slab and continue. Now we can finish it off there, look, so you can see what the roof will look like from the side there. If you like, you can also change that and put in a dark oak beam. Depends on which way you prefer it. I think I prefer it with the oak beam actually. Let's do that on the other side. Remove the centre block and put the oak beam in. It just makes it look more solid and supported. So that one wants to come out on top of it, and this one is big. Put 1 higher so that you can see 3 slabs underneath the roof, and everything else is filled in with the normal blocks. Then just fill those in across the build, and our build of our small, easy to build medieval house is completed. All you need to do now is put some sort of interior decoration in, and you're finished. I'll give you a quick look from the outside, and that is our finished house. Let me show you what I've done with the interior. It's nothing too fancy. Downstairs we've got a combination of kitchen and eating area and workshop. So we've got a little bit of workspace and storage here. Got a place to eat and a place to cook and craft. And then if we go upstairs, right at the top of the ladder we've got some storage to make the most of all the space. We've got a little bed area and a seating area, and again we've got more storage, seating and a table. So a nice simple little house. Hope you've enjoyed today's build. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!